not talking in this mic. Do we have to? We're backstage all wondering if we all have to use the fucking piano now. It's a little intimidating. I was not prepared for that. I just want to confess something because this is the year. I mean, this is the time of year, right? We're all brotherly, loving each other. Or sisterly, whatever, whichever. I'm not trying to genderize it, but I feel like I'm in a safe space, right? And I can be vulnerable and speak my truth. So this is not a popular opinion, but I fucking hate Christmas. I hate it. Oh, some other people do. Okay, I expected booze. I mean, I already had some booze, but I'm saying I thought there was going to be negative reaction. Yeah, I'm just like unequivocally, like everything about it, you know. You'd think there would be something, but no, there's nothing, no. I'm 55 at this point, so when I was a kid, Christmas was awesome. So was Halloween. I don't give a fuck about either one anymore. Because, yeah, like one day you get to dress up and be weird. Fucking dude, live your life. Be weird every day. Or Christmas is like, it's forced frivolity. Calendar-specific expression of brotherly love, and we're all and accompanied by some of the worst music in the Western canon. I will brook no bullshit on that one. In fact, okay, this is a musical portion. I'm just going to go over here and do it. As an example, B. Okay, that's a C, so that's a. Oh, that's not on. We gotta go to the real one. This one sucks. It fucking sucks. Almost as bad as
well, just then it did.
It's the worst song in the world, and I also will brook no bullshit on that. Fucking ugly. So there's just all this garish, and visual pollution, and like strands of fairy. Look at this shit. It's like fairy cobwebs. Well, tinsel, whatever the fuck. It's just weird. This weird corporate Christo-pagan pageantry. I'm just not into it. I'm not into it. Some of you are into it. It's pagan originally, but not really. I mean, pagan just means people from the hills. I think that's what the word literally means. It's hillbillies. It's like a fancy word for hillbillies. But, so I know it's not a popular opinion. I get called a Scrooge or whatever. You remember that? It's like a literary reference. So I couldn't call like what the Dickens. But like D's deep into it, like way, all the way up in there. But Ebenezer Scrooge gets a bad rap. I mean, he was kind of a dickhead. I don't like him. He was mean. He's not a hero. He's not the hero of the story. He's miserly and grasping, covetous old sinner, according to at least one source. And he's not a good dude. But he had some good lines. I remember there's one that occurred to me recently. It doesn't occur to me. It's literature. He says, he said, the fools who go around with Merry Christmas on their lips should be boiled in their own pudding and buried with a stake of holly through their heart. That's fucking badass. Damn. Woo! Fierce. Scrooge is a savage. But I don't look up to him as a hero. He's a shitty person. Like he's a landlord Any of those in here? Anyway, Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas to you. Like, he was a mean one, though. He was the one that would, like, throw people out, like, oh, you're a day late, out in the snow. He was mean. He was not a good person. But then he had this, you've heard the story, right? The Christmas Carol, I think it's called. And he had a conversion. I'm not all that impressed with his conversion. I mean, you get visited by 4 ghosts. Well, one ghost, one actual dead guy who comes back, Bob Marley or whatever his name is. Or the dog, Marley, I don't know, I can't remember his name. It was a Marley. And then 3, they're not really ghosts. They're kind of like elemental spirits or something. One is a spirit of Christmas past. And the spirit of Christmas present, it's right now. Yeah. And then the spirit of Christmas yet to be or something. The future, I guess. And it's like the science fiction element of the story. And then, so his conversion is that he gets taken out of his room and he travels through time and space and witnesses miracles and even his own isolated, ignominious death. And then he gets to wake up the next day and, I get to start over. Look, yeah, good for you, fuckwit. Really? That's a conversion? You know what I think would be fucking badass? Is if he went through all of that and saw all of that, and next day he was like, nah, I'm gonna stick with mine. That would be tough. He's like, bah humbug the next day. That would be badass. That would be baller. But no, he was converted to being a good guy. Bullshit. This is what you gotta do with these fucking rich motherfuckers. The story just stokes my class hatred. Because he's the hero now. Fuck you. Fuck Tiny Tim. Fuck all of us. Everyone. Anyway, so I guess I have some issues. I'm still working on it's like religious holidays and whatnot. As far as religion goes, I would say antagonistic. Like, I don't really know, and I also don't care. Get the fuck off me. Move along. But I do enjoy some Bible on occasion. I mean, there's some good stuff in there. There's some fucked up stuff in there, too. I don't know if you ever read that thing. Like, really read it. Anybody really read the Bible? I like one hand, too. Really, like, start to finish. With all the footnotes and whatnot. Good for you. I'm interested in it, but like from afar. I like the. You guys know about that? I only have one hand at a time. 10 Commandments. As if there's only 10. You guys ever read Deuteronomy? There's a fuckload more than 10. There's a shitload, but I guess the 10 are the hit. It's like the top 10, right? And they start off with, right off the bat, it's thou shalt have no other gods before me, for I am a jealous God. I didn't make that shit up. Jealous. Really? We're going to do that? We're going to attribute that to the creator of the universe? Jealous? Seems pretty petty. That's whatever. But what it suggests is that there might be other gods. And hey, eyes up here. You belong to me.
like some abusive husband. Were you looking at Zeus? I saw you looking at Yahweh. That's what they call it. That's what I've heard. Yahweh. It's and his counterpart is Yahweh. I prefer the middle road myself. I did it my way. That's stupid. Sorry. Still working that one out. But I like the 10th commandment. You know, the 10th. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm not going to go through all of them. You don't know what they are, right? Thou shalt not kill is like 6th. Seriously. It's way down there. You'd think it'd be, yeah, no. It's like, oh yeah, by the way, don't kill other people. But it's not very clear. It's just kill. Anything? Holy shit, are we supposed to be vegan? Oh, the Seventh-day Adventists. All right. The 10th one, though, is my personal favorite. It's, as I know it from the King James Version, it says, thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's wife or thy neighbor's ass. Whichever you're into. No judgment. I mean, there is judgment. Don't get that wrong. It's judgment. There's as much judgment as I'm getting from some of the people who don't enjoy. Is that a gavel in your pocket? You just judgy to see me. I swear to God, I had better material prepared. I just kind of spiraling. But you know, like, this is the time of year where we're supposed to be all religious, but not really like secular. We're like secular religious, right? Elf on the shelf and shit. But it's about, supposedly, before Santa and all that shit, supposedly there was this guy, Jesus, you heard of him? He's pretty famous. It's like the world over. Pretty well known. And there's all these different versions of him. If you've seen through literature and art and whatever, of all different ethnicities and whatnot, up to and including a blonde-haired, blue-eyed Middle Eastern guy with a soft beard. That's my favorite one. And sometimes, you also see, like, sometimes they're like, he's like mild and meek and skinny, but also sometimes he's like, brr, buff, brr, carrying my cross, Christosterone pumping through his veins. He's like, brr, he's all cut and hung. But I mean, no. He's like cut up. You guys made it weird. You made it weird. Sorry, you're making it weird right now. There's different, versions. Even versions. There's not a j. That's made it weird. The internal joke there. That did not intend. But the two most, of all of his life, because he lived to be, I don't even know if it was real, but let's assume the story's true-ish, true enough. And the two most iconic images that we have, am I right? You're following me, right? Is the first one, because they're coming up on the birthday, allegedly, 25th of this month, is he's wrapped in swaddling clothes and laid in a manger. He has a little pillow. I guess he's like this, like sideways. I don't know. Otherwise, it would be over his face. That'd be weird. I mean, he's perfect little angel, so cute and perfect, and laid in a manger, like with the animals and whatnot. And then the other is at the opposite end of his life. He's like 33 and a third years old. What? Where are my Masons at? And he's like, his arms. He's in a rictus of pain, or maybe there's a shaft of light coming down, and he has this beatific look, like, Father, forgive them for whatever. And those are the two, primarily, those are the two images that we have.
And I've always been one to kind of mix it up a little. Whatever. I'm into metaphor play. I like to mix my metaphors and whatever. I like to see like two great tastes that taste great together. I've never seen, and I don't think either any of you have ever seen this. It's 2024. You're however many years old you are. I've never seen a picture or portrayal of the crucified baby Jesus. Never seen it. I've just never seen it. You would think somebody would do it. You know, can't you picture it like marketed like a cute, like a little Jesus? Is that a little cross? DM. You're like, ah, look at it, he's all rounded. You take it out, you stick it in your front lawn. Boom! It works at Easter and Christmas. And Halloween. Fuck it. I'll put it out there for the 4th of July. I'm American. I believe I have alienated enough people. It's time for me to step off here because I say things that I shouldn't say in a public forum, and then later on I have regrets. I do. I have regrets. Like roughly half of everything I do and say. My hindsight is 50-50. So. Yeah. I'm gonna set the mic back here. Try to walk backwards out of this like a Homer Simpson meme. Squeezing back into it. Yeah.